All of our days are numbered. We cannot afford to be idle. To act on a bad idea is better than to not act at all, because the worth of the idea never becomes apparent until you do it. Sometimes this idea can be the smallest thing in the world, a little flame that you hunch over and cup with your hand, and pray will not be extinguished by all the storm that howls about it. If you can hold on to that flame, great things can be constructed around it that are massive and powerful and world-changing, all held up by the tiniest of ideas.
Good morning, Nick. This is Katrine from Copenhagen, and I've written you a love letter that I'm going to read. Nick, first I want to share an experience with you that was very special to me. In my mind, I had always followed you and your music, and I had no conscious memory of when I first connected with you. But that all changed when I went to the conversations in Copenhagen. You played the first few lines of No More Shall We Part, and it all came just flooding back to me. Suddenly I was back in my old living room with my mom, who had brought home the CD, and I remembered us listening, completely mesmerized. And that memory was so powerful, I could smell it, I could feel the carpet at my fingertips. I remembered feeling so enthralled and sharing that moment with my mom. And that memory became very special to me because I lost her the year after to an aneurysm that completely wiped her memory. And then 10 years ago I lost her again, when she died traumatically. But in those 3-4 minutes while you were singing, I had her back, just the way she was. I will always be grateful to you for restoring that memory. So thank you.
Hi Nick, I wanted to say happy Valentine's Day, happy Friendship Day as we say here in Finland. My name is Regina, and I'm originally from San Francisco, but I'm coming to you now from Helsinki. This is my lovely daughter Eliza Day, and she will tell you her favorite experience with you later on. But I wanted to say that we've had some very fun experiences, at least from my side. One of my favorite ones was when I was able to dance with you on stage in Copenhagen. I was up in the balcony and you started playing Brompton Oratory. I made a whoop sound and you invited me down there and it was wonderful. It was a great experience. And I have framed it here inside this little memory box, my little Nick memory box. So we have the tickets from that concert there. And another one of my favorite and most recent funny experiences with you was when I was able to come on stage in Brighton, or rather I pushed myself on stage at the Brighton Conversations in my red dress to show you a tattoo of my very favorite musician. That's you, and I have a tattoo of your face here on my hip, not on my ass, and I was really happy to share that with you and all the other people in Brighton. You've been a huge inspiration for us as a family. There was a time that I came to Brighton and was having some self-reflection weekend, and you and I happened to cross paths, and something you wrote from me and my family I was able to get from you, and I really treasure it. So we keep that in this box as well. So you are close to our heart, and we want to thank you for all your amazing music and writing and all that great stuff. So that's all we have to say. Take care and all the best.
I want to thank you for being the soundtrack of my life for so many years. Your music means a lot to me, and I want to thank you for all the wonderful people that I met because of you, the people from the group Cult of Nick Cave. I'm so grateful that I met them, and it was all because of you. So thank you, Nick.
Mi nombre es Natasha y soy de Argentina. I never had the right words to say to you, and I'm not going to have them now. I never knew the right question to ask either, but I felt I had to be there somehow, be here. I saw you here in Buenos Aires the night before the show. I just couldn't speak. I took a picture with my cell phone. You looked serious and I felt silly. But I was happy anyway. We all were. I met some nice people there. It took me 3 days to write it down, to write everything down. Everything I felt, everything I thought, the best show of our lives. It took me 3 days to find the words, maybe not the best, but some. I wrote a fun love letter. It was supposed to be a song, but I just didn't like it. It wasn't good enough and I couldn't finish. I guess in the end, it's just about it. You always had the right words. You gave them to me when I couldn't find them. And I love you for that. We love you for that. So keep those words coming, Nick, and have a happy Valentine.
Hi Nick, my name's Liza and I wanted to tell you one of my experiences with you. Actually, it was at Helsinki at Musiikkitalo, and I went on stage with you, and we sat down together, and you were singing Mermaid, which is one of my favorite songs. And you played, and I was looking at your sparkly socks and your shiny shoes, and we were looking at each other. And then at the end of when you were done playing, you gave me a hug, and I remember your sweaty armpits.
Dearest Nick, your creations and those of your comrades have echoed down the halls and through all the rooms of my life. Our first encounter was when I was a little girl, eavesdropping on my friend's cool older sister, my ear pressed against the crack of her bedroom door, listening to the mixtape she played. She and all that went on behind that door were great mysteries and delights for my young, impressionable heart. Your creations followed me through my angst-ridden teen years of growing up in a small southern town, and they have been with me in one way or another ever since. They have sat beside me under my favorite trees. They have kept me company by candlelight when the power has gone out. They were heated, blaring, white-knuckled passengers alongside me in my old Thunderbird car as I shot down highways and wide-eyed romanticism of better places. We have shared visions, adventures, misadventures, breakups, and breakthroughs. Our history runs deep. And I love you, and I am so thankful for you. When all else has felt lost, your creations have guided me, and they have inspired me to make my own creations. Your words have curled up in bed beside me in times of sickness of heart, of mind, and of body. They have been there in celebration of my joys and accomplishments. They have been witness to immeasurable love, and they have walked me down the aisle and into the arms of my beloved. Together, your creations and I have sung and danced in tears, laughter, and wild abandonment in the privacy of my home, down dirt roads, small town squares, on top of mountains, in brightly lit cities, dark nightclubs, seedy bars, and on numerous but never enough occasions, I have been fortunate to be mesmerized in their presence as they poured forth directly from their creators. I long for those times again.
Here comes the love letter. I've loved your music for so many years, ever since I fell in love with No More Shall We Part. You and the Bad Seeds and Grinderman have brought me so much joy and happiness and fun, moments of enlightenment and contemplation, amazing concerts, and just been the soundtrack to my life for so many years, just a constant. And then Skeleton Tree happened. and something changed. I almost physically felt you reaching out through the movie screen and through my speakers and even across the Royal Arena. Seeing you so vulnerable and stripped and hearing the songs both on the album and that heartbreaking tour, I got the very strong sense that you were reaching out to us and that you desperately and urgently needed to connect. I felt a very strong urge to respond, to reach out and connect with you in any way I could, and to give something back to the man who had given me so much and now desperately needed to connect, to feel a connection. And I've been really overwhelmed at how personal this connection feels to me. I am so grateful and happy that you were able to reach out and let us help you through, and gifting us with your beautiful music. I just don't have the words to describe Ghostine and how beautiful it is to me. Now, what I didn't expect when I engaged were all these wonderful people I've connected with in the process. These funny and beautiful, twisted, disturbing, amazing people who follow you, and creating this incredibly supportive environment, who have me singing again and being creative, which I haven't really been in years. And the daily jam session on Bad Seed TV, where we all gather, is something that I look forward to every single day. Because you're so open with yourself, you encourage this in the people who follow you, creating this very warm, open, supportive place where we dare to take a leap and to expose ourselves, where there truly is no judgment, only love. You've made yourself accessible and open and vulnerable, and through that you've allowed us who love you to connect with each other. So yeah, thank you for that. Now, we spoke at the Conversations in Blakeman, where I asked you a question, but apart from that, we've never actually met, and I hope that will change when the world opens up again. I certainly can't wait for concerts again. I miss that feeling of stepping out of myself and becoming part of the crowd, sweaty, dancing, singing, bodily fluids flying, and you on the stage commanding us. And I can't wait for the world to be less crazy so we can all see each other again. I truly want to do everything I can so you will be safe and well, and to wrap you up in all the love I can send you. So, happy Valentine's Day, and I love you.
Eyelids closing quickly, fleshy gates. The arms of sleep drawing the curtain, veiling the day craved to be forgotten. Hoping these arms will find their way to nocturnal islands no maps ever heard of, longing to be found. Dreams of friends, dreams of freedom, dreams of life, dreams of night walks, dreams of this past world, dreams of a new world. Eyelids opening lazily, heavily, hopelessly declining this rebirth. Oniric shards send their messenger, a single salty tear rolling down the cheek, crawling, seeping in my lips. Sour kiss for this new lockdown.